Detective Daniel Hayes leaned against the rain-smeared window, staring out into the city that never slept. The neon lights flickered in the darkness, casting an eerie glow on the wet streets below. The phone on his desk buzzed, shattering the silence of his dimly lit office. "Detective Hayes, you need to see this," said Officer Rodriguez, urgency in his voice. Hayes grabbed his coat and followed Rodriguez down to the crime scene. The night was filled with an electric tension as they approached the alley, where a body lay sprawled on the wet pavement. The victim, a wealthy businessman named Richard Holloway, had been shot execution style. As Hayes examined the crime scene, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this murder than met the eye. Holloway's connections and wealth suggested a motive beyond a simple mugging gone wrong. As Hayes delved into the investigation, he discovered a web of deceit that stretched through the city's underworld. Holloway was involved in illegal activities, and it seemed his past had caught up with him. The detective navigated the gritty streets, questioning shady informants and confronting powerful figures. Along the way, Hayes partnered with a mysterious and enigmatic woman named Evelyn Kane. She had her own reasons for wanting justice in this case. Together, they unraveled a conspiracy that reached the highest echelons of power. As the investigation deepened, Hayes and Kane faced threats from all sides. The city's corrupt elite would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. A relentless game of cat and mouse ensued, with each step bringing them closer to the truth and danger. In a shocking twist, Hayes discovered that his own colleagues were involved in the conspiracy. Betrayal cut deep as he realized the people he trusted were part of the cover-up. Determined to expose the truth, Hayes and Kane went rogue, pursued by both the criminals and the crooked cops. The final showdown took place in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. In a tense confrontation, Hayes confronted the puppet master behind it all, a high-ranking official with a sinister agenda. As bullets flew and alliances shattered, Hayes fought to bring justice to a city drowning in shadows of deceit. In the aftermath, the city began to heal, but Hayes couldn't escape the scars of the case. The lines between right and wrong blurred, leaving him questioning the morality of the world he swore to protect. Shadows of Deceit left a lasting mark on Detective Daniel Hayes, a scarred hero in a city that never forgot the price of truth. Detective Olivia Marshall stared at the crime scene, the air heavy with the metallic scent of blood. A prominent cryptographer, Dr. Jonathan Blackwell, lay dead in his study, surrounded by cryptic symbols and a pool of crimson. Marshall, known for her keen intellect and intuition, couldn't shake the feeling that this murder was a message. Blackwell had been on the brink of unveiling a groundbreaking encryption algorithm that could revolutionize digital security. The stakes were high, and the detective knew that whoever wanted the secrets behind the Crimson Cipher was willing to kill for it. As Marshall delved into the investigation, she discovered a shadowy organization known as the Enigma Syndicate, a clandestine group that sought to control information for their nefarious purposes. The deeper she dug, the more she realized that Blackwell's murder was just the tip of the iceberg. The detective followed a trail of encrypted messages and hidden codes, leading her through the city's underbelly and into the heart of the Enigma Syndicate. Along the way, she crossed paths with a brilliant hacker named Alex Parker, whose skills were as enigmatic as the secrets they were unraveling. As Marshall and Parker worked together, they uncovered a plot to manipulate global information with the Enigma Syndicate at its core. The duo faced relentless adversaries, from skilled assassins to tech-savvy operatives. Each step brought them closer to the elusive leader known only as Cipher, the mastermind behind the deadly game. The investigation took them across international borders, from dark alleys to high-tech lairs. Along the way, Marshall and Parker's trust in each other grew, forming an unspoken bond in the face of danger. The lines between ally and enemy blurred as they navigated the intricate web of deception. In a climactic showdown, Marshall and Parker confronted Cipher in a hidden underground facility. The air crackled with tension as bullets flew and secrets were revealed. The detective's instincts and Parker's technological prowess proved to be a formidable combination against the cunning Cipher. As the smoke cleared, the Enigma Syndicate was dismantled, and the Crimson Cipher was laid bare. Marshall stood victorious, but the cost was high. The city's digital landscape had forever changed, and the detective couldn't escape the haunting realization that the battle for information was an ongoing war. The Crimson Cipher left its mark on Detective Olivia Marshall, a relentless seeker of truth in a world where secrets could be deadlier than any weapon. Detective Adrian Harris leaned against his unmarked car, the cold wind biting into his tired bones as he surveyed the desolate pier. The night was shrouded in fog, the lamplights casting eerie shadows on the worn-out wooden planks. A series of mysterious disappearances had led Harris to this ominous waterfront, where whispers of an ancient cult resided. The first victim, a journalist named Isabella Rhodes, had been investigating a secret society rumored to possess a relic with unimaginable power, the Obsidian Medallion. Harris knew that his search for the truth would lead him down a dark and perilous path. As he delved into the case, Harris unearthed a hidden world of rituals and dark ceremonies. The cult, known as the Obsidian Order, operated in the shadows, manipulating events from behind the scenes. Their ultimate goal was to harness the medallion's power for their nefarious purposes. The detective's investigation led him to an enigmatic informant, a former cult member named Elia Blackwood. Blackwood, haunted by his past, agreed to assist Harris in exchange for protection. Together, they navigated the treacherous labyrinth of the cult's secrets, dodging traps and confronting the fanatical followers who would stop at nothing to protect their ancient relic. As Harris and Blackwood dug deeper, they uncovered a series of interconnected crimes, each linked to the Obsidian Medallion. Murders, thefts, and mysterious symbols painted a grim picture of the cult's influence. The detective's pursuit of justice became a race against time as the cult's activities escalated, threatening the city's very foundations. Haunted by his own demons and a personal connection to the case, Harris faced challenges on all fronts. The city's elite were entangled with the cult, and his own department seemed to have its share of corruption. Betrayals and red herrings clouded the path to the truth, leaving Harris with more questions than answers. In a tense climax, Harris and Blackwood infiltrated the cult's hidden lair beneath the pier. The air was thick with tension as they confronted the cult's leader, a charismatic figure known as the High Oracle. The Obsidian Medallion, pulsating with dark energy, lay at the center of a blood-soaked ritual. As the detective fought to stop the cult's plans, a supernatural force was unleashed from the medallion, threatening to consume everything in its path. In a desperate struggle, Harris and Blackwood managed to thwart the ritual and destroy the Obsidian Medallion, ending the cult's reign of terror. The echoes of Obsidian lingered in the air as Harris emerged from the pier, weary but triumphant. The city, once held captive by the shadows, began to heal. Yet, the detective couldn't shake the feeling that some secrets were buried too deep, and the darkness he faced was just a glimpse of a greater, more insidious truth.